ES has 700 contracts dangled up at 64.15. If it actually sweeps it, this could be long. You also have 100 lot at 505 on NQ. If it gets above 505, needs to clear 505 first. Again, it needs to sweep that 100 lot at 505 and the 6415 700 lot for there to be a true long here. We're establishing a volume node in this region. We just pushed down on 300 sell side, another 244, and came back above this volume point of control. This is looking promising for a long. We did take that as a long theory, and this node slash inflection point needed to break the VWAP on ES and the 6415 for me to be secure about it. Need to sweep the 600 lot at 520 here. Let's go. Stop at break even. If it pulls back, I'm out. If it pulls back, I'm out. Otherwise, I'm getting paid. Come on. Sweep the 520s. Likewise, up on 2 contracts, break even, 506.
Sweep NQU 5 CME bias at 23,521.5. Absorption NQU 5 CME sellers at 23,521.5.
I might just stop this if it pulls back. Just trusting the ATM strategy here. It's going to probably pull back and stop me. We got that another 600 lot at 540 now, dangled up at 540. Let's see if the ES one got swept. Nope, they moved it up to 6417.
Sweep ESU 5 CME sellers at 6,412.25. Sweep NQU 5 CME sellers at 23,505.5. Absorption ESU 5 CME sellers at 6,409.25.
That was a big FU. When is the FOMC stuff? Gotcha.
Absorption and QU5 CME buyers at 23,490. Sweep and QU5 CME sellers at 23,490.
I'll get some coffee and be right back. Gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back. All right, back. This is some chop suey. Yeah, this is not really trending at all. Like, it's being kind of disagreeable for sure. Discord orbs. What is that about? Okay.
Absorption ESU 5 CME sellers at 6408. Absorption ESU 5 CME sellers at 6410.
What's up, Sean? How you doing? Nice, good to hear it, chum. Here on the West Coast. That's cool. My mom's on the West Coast. My mom and sister. So this is pretty choppy. We came down, we came back twice to this 146 sell side lot, and then started to reward the sellers a little bit, but we're just creating this descending channel. All right. I'm just hesitant to give back my 200 bucks. I should have taken the profit on the long that was up like 60 ticks or whatever before it manipulated back to negative 50 bucks. So looks like ES is going to sweep the 6405s. We have a little bit more resting to the downside at this point. The 600 contracts disappeared, both on NQ and ES. The 600 dangling carrot disappeared. You got these two volume nodes, one at the volume point of control at 485 and the next at the value area high at 504. And we broke both of those, so theoretically you should be rejecting off these nodes to go lower. They're playing with the shorts though. They keep pulling back, turning them into buy side. Now you pulled up on 229 buy side. Currently only negative 1K in delta on the sell side. Okay, we're coming above the VWAP. Take care, guys. If you got something, it seems to be take while the taking's takeable. All right, well, we just had 117 buyer at 493 after hitting about 400 consecutively in buy side with the pull up here. Waiting for a little bit of a pullback into sell side here. And then if it goes back above 493, you could see a long potential, but until the pullback, I'm not interested. Yes, those 600 spoofed lots disappeared as we started to pull back. So I'm interested to see where those 600 lot players went. It's literally going back on every move at this point. Pulling back into some sell side, 220 in this 2000 tick candle. Turned into 444 sell side and closed. we had 2 volume imbalances created on the 1,000 tick with this pullback. Coming back to retest those for touch and go could be in order. Again, need to come above 493 for a long idea to be true. All right, we'll theoretically take this to retest the 493 and see what happens. My cat is so annoying right now. I just wish she would go away. Yeah, we got it, cat. We got it. We hit both the volume imbalances. This could be a touch and go to the downside if it doesn't pull up beyond them. We got it, cat. I understand you're lonely at night. So, yeah. Why did I take this long? Well, we're coming back to the volume point of control after sweeping about 500, and we were saying the pullback is what we needed, and we need to see it go above 493 for a long idea to be true. So we kind of risked the biscuit to get in slightly earlier, just below the VWAP. I'd like to see it pull up to 493 to go to break even. But right now, I'm not doing that. Getting some buy side hit here with no follow through, so I'm a bit hesitant. Need to clear this. Come on. Come above that 49375 guy, and then we are in the clear. It's got me worried by those like FU candles it did earlier. ES has some resting orders at 64.15, but other than that, it's pretty chop suey right now. Okay, getting a little bit of a push here into the buy side. And we will go break even at 492.
Sweep ESU5 CME buyers at 6,412.75. Sweep
And we got a
NQU5 CME
221
sellers at
seller at
23,492.75. Absorption NQU5 CME buyers at
This could become a buy-side fuel
23,492.75.
candidate for the upside potential. We're liking this for a runner. We are up 65 ticks on the runner, getting paid. We're coming above that first inflection point at 49375. So we got two candidates giving confirmation for long signal. Our stop is into profit, so either way this is a winner on the runner. If it pulls back anyway, it's kind of over. We're below these inflection points on the runner, so we're good thus far. I mean, it's basically just regurgitating on all sides at this point. It's repainting both sides, so be careful trying to play breakouts if you weren't already looking at inflection points. Man, this is just, it's a struggle for even just like 40 ticks, you know? It's not really giving anything up today. It's a seek and destroy pattern. Seek and destroy both sides. We're currently negative 1K in sell side for the session. When I saw this pullback for 444 sell side after this buyer here, I was saying I was looking for long for the pullback, and then it pulled back. So when it started to come back on those 444 and only recouped 125, that's when I started to get keen for the push up to 493, so we took it at the volume
Absorption
point of control.
ESU5 CME sellers at 6,414.25.
Relatively safe. We didn't really experience that much drawdown, so that was pretty good.
Absorption ESU5 CME sellers at 6,414.5. Sweep ESU5 CME buyers at 6,436 seller at
492.75. Looks like they're about to get wrecked, because they could use that for slingshot fuel to the upside, and we're up 90 ticks on this runner. I'm doing good. No, I'm doing good. Can't complain. Nearly $1,000 on the day, so on two, not even evals, two fundeds. So $2,000 on the day, not bad. Not bad indeed, considering we stayed out of the chop. We waited for some inflection point ideas to percolate. Patience was in our favor for that. Up 100 ticks on this runner, trailing in profit 42 ticks, so it's a win either way. Yeah. This is the slingshot idea we were talking about, that 36 seller at 49275 getting punished.
Absorption
now.
NQU5 CME sellers at 23,510.
Just here.
Sweep NQU5 CME buyers at 23,510.
We're going to trail it a little bit more aggressively here. If it pulls back to 507, we're out. Out. All right. $900 on the day, basically the same as yesterday. Okay. I mean, this could go, you know, up to the highs, but, you know, we saw the buyer being taken the last time that happened up here. It pulled back, so we should have taken the profits before when we had the 60 tick up here at the top for the first long we had that came back to break
Absorption
even.
ESU5 CME
So
sellers
that's
at
why we trailed it
64.18.
more aggressively.
Sweep
But
ESU5 CME buyers at
the long
6,418.25.
is the
Sweep
signal now
NQU5
turning another
CME buyers at
200 buyers here.
23,519. Absorption
So some
NQU5
sellers
CME
getting
sellers
turned
at
into buy side up at
23,519.
519, 215 followed by 68. So 275-ish more turned into buyers. So this guy that bought or sold down here turns into a buyer up here. And that's about it. It took a little bit longer today. We would have been offline sooner had the chop not been more real. This entire chop thing we missed out on in terms of trying to avoid trading. And we waited for more confirmation. We circled this inflection point and this inflection point, and when it came back
Absorption
and came above
ESU5
this
CME buyers at
seller, or started
64.18.
to attack this potential seller, we were like, okay, we're in, and took the long. And the rest is history. So yeah, when you hit a fair amount of buy side like that, the first one was why we trailed it at 507 here, because you don't know if this is going to be the last one or this is going to be the last one. Either way, take while the taking's takeable is the message for today. So we trailed it aggressively, got knocked out here, but it pushed into more buy side, came to the previous day VWAP at 521. And yeah, we hit 651 in buy side with that pushed to 521 and then pulled back now on 300 of that. And it looks like it's recovering every amount of delta as it goes up. So it pulls up into 600, pulls back into 400, pulls up into 600. It seems to be just washing both sides. So be careful. And it looks like I remember somebody saying the FOMC minutes later today. So yeah, could be in this larger idiot box from the previous day's settlement to today's settlement, and just could stay here until the news. We got the 500 contract player spoofing again at 530, 515 contracts up at 530. Another one on ES, 500 contracts at 420, 420. We'll stay till the 30-minute candle. Thanks, R26. Thank you. I mean, I can give you the order flow course that I have, but it's not mine. I can just give it to you if you send me a message. I think I might have already given it, but just send me a message and I'll give you the oh, you did. You watched it. Cool. That's essentially all there is. And that guy like kind of worked for Goldman Sachs, so he knows what he's talking about. But that's where the term slingshot and absorption and all that stuff comes from. You know, it's not my creation. I think so, yeah. Voltos. What data package for Bookmap? I have I have their, what is that? It's the Bookmap data. But I have Global Plus, and then you need to buy their data for like, it starts for like $17 a month and it goes up to like $37. So I paid $37 a month for their data.
Absorption ESU5 CME buyers at 64.17.
I'm not quite sure which one I have because they had multiple and I was confused, and I bought both the first time and I was like, wait a minute, I don't need both. And then I talked to an agent and then they said, you only need this one. I don't remember what that was, but hold on, let me find out. But I had to talk to an agent and cancel one of the two that I had. But I had two originally. 2 data plans. And I was like, I don't think I need 2. But they're happy to take your subscription to 2. configure. I have the book map data. It's just the book map data, whatever that is. And then the reason why the heat map looks like this, I can share the settings for that, but I make it where it's color weighted, but I also remove the like if I look at Bitcoin, there's going to be like more blurriness because they blend it more, which works well with Bitcoin, but you want to be more precise for NQ. So NQ, I remove that and have it all like solid lines instead of blurry. Same with ES. And then I made the colors more prominent, so it gets brighter orange quickly at certain amounts, if you will. I had to tweak that in the settings. It was like not color settings, it was heat map settings. So I went into, what did I do? Yeah, there's like heat map settings. Here's my heat map settings if you want to screenshot that. So there's like a, you know, this amount of cooldown, and then I make this vertical smoothing off, no vertical smoothing. And then I have this lower cutoff and upper cutoff. So you just copy that. And I think it's different for NQ. So let me open the NQ heat map settings. Yeah. Here. It's a higher threshold on the upper, I think, and higher on the lower, maybe. And do we have advanced? No, that's it. And we're coming above those, the previous day VWAP and those buyers that they just pulled back on, so. We still have that 500 contract guy at 530 with another 259 guy just below that. So these guys are kind of gravitating the price to get filled up there. And ES has a 500 contract at 420. He's being funny with the 420s. It's about to get swept. They just tried to pull it up further, but it looks like it got swept. It didn't fill though on ES. They pulled their 500. Oh no, did it get filled? Let's go zoom in and see. Looks like it did. They hit it, but they pulled it. And they sweep the 500 on NQ. No, they moved it. So the 500 player left. They got what they were wanting, which was a sweep of the highs. And we got the 30-minute candle close. Let's check it out on a more gravitational level. This was a cool thing on our cloud. We had a shift in the cloud, and then we started to shift up on that. Wasn't looking at that, but that was a valid piece of evidence too after pulling back into this. And the volume point of control from the 28th, back at Monday mid. Weekly open right around this range too. Oh, you got the spoofing guy back. 700 contracts this time. Up at 23,532. The no 500 spoofer on ES, just on NQ now. All right, ladies and gents, I'm going to call it here. I'm still tired, and I think I got to do some more exercise after this. So I will catch you tomorrow, hopefully on time this time and not oversleeping. So I will catch you tomorrow. Stay positive, stay frugal, and